Hey guys, welcome to the line change. Um, in this particular video, we're going to be talking about Elias Pettersson and an update on him. We're going to go over an article on Canucks Army. Please excuse the Blue Jays toque. I'm a big Blue Jays fan as well as a Canucks fan, and obviously I'm over the moon, excited, happy that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has re-signed with the Blue Jays. I'll admit this is actually the first time I've worn anything Blue Jays related all year, as I was in protest not wearing anything Blue Jays related because I wasn't happy that they hadn't re-signed him by his deadline. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about EP40, EP 11.6, Elias Pettersson. So let's go over this article and break it down and then discuss it. So the article title is it's a report. Elias Pettersson could be out for the remainder of Canucks' season. This article is written by Ariel Lalonde of Canucks Army. It was written and posted early this morning, and it goes, as the Vancouver Canucks prepare to embark on their final 5 games of the season, it is looking increasingly likely that they will be without Elias Pettersson for those games. According to Sportsnet's Elliotte Friedman on this weekend's Hockey Night in Canada Saturday headlines, Elias Pettersson may not return to the lineup at all this spring after he left the game against the New York Rangers on March 22nd with an upper body injury. He has not appeared in a game since. The Swedish center, along with his countryman and winger Nils Höglander, were both sent home from the team's East Coast road trip after their respective injuries. While Höglander drew back into the Canucks lineup on Sunday night against the Vegas Golden Knights, Pettersson has not yet been given a timeline to return. Friedman stated that Pettersson has not given up hope on playing this year, but according to an unnamed source, it is unlikely he will see any game action in the final stretch of the year. It goes on to quote Elliotte Friedman. Right now, at best, it's fair to say that is uncertain, Friedman added, which is also a fitting way to describe Elias Pettersson's 24-25 campaign at large. Pettersson has struggled to stand out this season after signing an 8-year, $11.6 million AAV contract extension in March of last year. As it stands, Pettersson has played 64 games this season and racked up 45 points, 15 goals, 30 assists, which is a career low in seasons where he has played over 60 games. The forward's injury came at a particular inopportune time as he was just beginning to return to a point-per-game caliber player. In the 2 weeks preceding his injury, Pettersson had 10 points, 4 goals, 6 assists in 8 games. After the Rangers poured freezing cold water onto Pettersson's hot streak, it's difficult to determine just how much Pettersson's game would have continued to improve in the last month of the NHL regular season. With the Canucks season set to come to a close on April 16th and yet another game against the Vegas Golden Knights, it's yet to be determined if Elias Pettersson will be seen on the ice again until the fall. So there was that article. Obviously, that is just absolute, bad news when it comes to Elias Pettersson. Obviously, with the injury happening in that New York Rangers game, it's been, almost 2 weeks since then. And considering that Pettersson's been labeled as day-to-day, honestly, I think at this point, it makes you ask the question, is it even smart to put him back in the lineup for these final 5 games? Or should you just shut him down for the rest of the season at this point and let him heal and get an early start to his offseason? Because everyone remembers last offseason, he was dealing with a tendonitis, and then he was injured going into the offseason, and he wasn't able to train the way that he wanted to in the offseason because of his injury. you want to make sure that that does not happen again. So I think it's in the Canucks' best interest to shut him down for the last 5 games. There's no point in risking him further injuring himself in these final 5 games, especially. And despite me being optimistic about the Canucks and their playoff chances, but if I'm looking at this from a realistic perspective, they could be mathematically eliminated as of tomorrow, if they lose to Dallas. So looking at it from a realistic point of view, some of these games are, their playoff hopes are essentially done. So there's no point in Pettersson playing, even if it was to get him a few games in before he ends the season and perhaps maybe end his season on a good note. I completely understand that perspective on things, but at the same time, why risk it when these games don't mean anything? And and prevent further injury. And it just doesn't make sense to me to have him go out there when he can fully heal, have a, early start to his off season, and he can hopefully come back next season, 100% healthy, and hopefully he can have a bounce back year. Now, obviously, that later now brings the discussion to, are they going to keep him past July 1st? There's been a lot of that going around, talking about, should they trade him before July 1st? And you've been seeing it a lot from the fan base that, saying, trade him. I was at one point on that train or on that bandwagon, whichever you want to call it, of trading Petey. But now I'm completely against it. You should not trade Pettersson at this point, and I'm going to tell you why. Because right now his value is not high. So that is number one. Number two, that contract is hard to move. $11.6 million is not going to be easy to move. And there's a debate on whether or not the Canucks can do it with or without retaining salary. Obviously, their chances of doing it if they retain salary are a lot better. But I don't think the Canucks want to retain salary on $11.6 million, especially not with the cap going up, and especially with what they need to do in the offseason. They need to get that second line center, and that is their priority this offseason. So they're going to be focused on that. And if they were to trade Pettersson before July 1st, that just leaves, there's already a gaping hole in their, down the middle. If they trade Pettersson, that gaping hole would be even larger. Despite his down season and, everyone, harping on him for not playing up to his potential. At the same time, if you get rid of him and don't get something, good in return, you're going to have your center, your lineup down the middle is going to be absolutely horrid. So you don't want to risk that. And I'm pretty sure Patrick Oveen doesn't want to do that either. So I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say it right now on this podcast. On April 7th, the Canucks keep Elias Pettersson past July 1st. And I'm going to also say it on this channel as well. I think PD's going to have a bounce back year, especially if he can train fully, and not have to deal with any injuries and be 100% healthy. I think we'll see the point per game player that we saw a couple seasons ago. And for the first half of last year, we're going to see him again next year. So, but yeah, those are my thoughts on Elias Pettersson and this report saying that he is unlikely to return for the rest of the season. I think as I mentioned, they should completely just shut him down at this point, as it makes the most sense. And these final 5 games, I guess, apart from maybe tomorrow don't mean anything. So there's no point in, in him playing. But that's just my opinion on it. I want to know what you guys think. Go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this report and what you guys think about him staying with the Canucks past July 1st. What are some of the trade packages you'd like to see him be traded for? Obviously, the free agency market this coming off season is not all that great. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the Line Change and want to keep up to date on all your Vancouver Canucks and NHL related news, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. If you would like to become a Patreon member, go ahead and join our Patreon as you get exclusive perks being a member. The link to our Patreon is in the description down below. Also, if you want to join our Discord chat and talk amongst fellow Vancouver Canucks fans, you can do so as well. It's completely free. You can find the link to that in the description down below as well. Also, go ahead and check out our merchandise store. We're selling t-shirts, hoodies, hats, coffee mugs, phone cases. Got a lot of great stuff on there. You can find the link to that in the description down below as well. And I may as well promote the watch party on Thursday. I'm still going despite, the season going on and everything going on with the season. Although I was watching Sabres and Price earlier today, and it looks like they are no longer charging for tickets. It's now completely free. So come on down Thursday, April 10th at Greta Bar, YVR. Doors open at 5. Game starts at 6. Come on down and do your best to enjoy the Canucks taking on the Colorado Avalanche, despite, by that point, we could be mathematically eliminated. Have some good drinks, some great food. Their poutine, which I had at the last Canucks watch party, was absolutely great. You can meet Matt Sakaris, Blake Price, the guys from Canucks Army. David Quadrelli will be there. Jeff Pettersson might even make an appearance at the beginning. So you can meet him. You can meet a bunch of Canuck fans. You can meet myself. If you see me sitting at a table or standing or what, feel free to come and say hello. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.